was kind of a biffed intro, but hey, whatever, it's cool. It's only a YouTube series, it's not like I'm getting paid. So, hello everyone. I'm back yet again. This is still Beatles week, still going on. I'm sure if you haven't figured out by the title already, you would have understood that that's Let It Be. It's a pretty good song. One of the more popular Beatles songs. A lot of people just associate Beatles and Let It Be and all that jazz, and they love it. And it is a good song, so I'm not surprised. So, if you like my videos, like what I'm doing here, subscribe, comment, like them, whatever you want to do. It's Beatles week, woo! So here we go with yet another Beatles song. Zoom in here. Okay, so this song is a pretty laid back and calm kind of deal. I mean, it's not too difficult. It's actually pretty easy to get the hang of. You just need to know some basic chords. So it starts out on a C chord. And what is a C chord? Well, good question. Here it is, class. High E is open, index finger on the first fret of the B. G is open, middle finger on the second fret of the D. Third fret on the ring finger on the third fret of the A, and then you mute the low E string, or just don't play it in your strumming. You just strum those strings, or you mute it, whichever you prefer. It doesn't matter. That's your opening chord. So when I find myself in times of trouble, but when you say times, you're going to switch to a G chord, and they play it in the song. They go and then they play this variation where you don't use your index, you only use third fret of the E, open, 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 second fret, and then third fret, instead of doing the full. It's just easier. Instead of having to switch that whole thing, you just go just from here to here. If you can grasp that, I'm fairly certain you get that part of it. But so that's your intro, your first verse there, your first line. When I find myself in times of trouble. Mother Mary, when you say Mother Mary, A minor chord. So E is open, index on the first fret of the B, middle on the, ring finger on the second fret of the G, and then middle finger on the second fret of the D. Mother Mary comes to me. When you say come, comes, it's F chord. You can do a bar chord, or you can just do an open chord with these three. One on the first fret of the B, second fret of the G, third fret of the D. That's F major 7. That's the chord they use in there. A lot of people will add in this third fret of the A too for a little bass. If you were to bar these top two, or the bottom two strings, get a normal F, but without this, with this high E being open, you get more of a sharp sound, if that makes sense to you. But it goes, Mother Mary comes to me, and after me it's going to go to an F6, which is first finger, or index finger on the first fret of the E, pinky on the third of the B, middle on the second of the G, and then ring finger on the third of the D. And And that's something I didn't really take the time to learn, but it's not too hard. A minor, F. All you got to do to go from here to that other chord is move your index finger to the first fret of the E string, and then plant your pinky down on this B string. And then, when you go into the next line, speaking words of wisdom, back to C chord. Speaking words of wisdom, G. Let it be, F. Let it F. Or however you want to play F. Oh. However you want to play it is fine. So that's the verse, and that when you sing the verse or play the verse, it does that progression twice, from C to G, A minor, F major 7, F6, C, G, F, C. It does that twice. And so you get C, C, G, G, A minor, F major 7, F major 6, or F6, C, C, G, G, F, F, C. Oh, I screwed that one up. C, F, F, C. Close enough, I guess. I think you understand that. So, from there we have the chorus, the let it be, where he really lays into the great vocals and everything. Starts out with an A minor. I just showed you that. Open E, first fret of the B, second fret of the D and G strings. Let it be. Let it A minor. Let it C / G, which is going to be open E string, first fret of the B, open G string, second fret of the second fret of the D. Yeah, I was right. You're gonna mute the A string with this middle finger here, and then third fret of the E. Or you could use your ring finger if you want. You don't have to use your pinky. I kind of messed that up for you. That's C / G. Let it B. Let it F, which is bar these two, and then second fret of the G, third fret of the D. You can play a bar chord if you want. And then back to C. So it's A minor, C / G, which basically all it is a C with your ring finger one string higher than it usually is. So you can go A minor, F, C. Whisper words of G, let it F, C, and that's really the chorus, and you sing that the whole, well, as many times as you need to, and it changes here and there. It turns from whispers words of wisdom to there will be an answer, all that fun stuff. And but the chords are always the same, and that's really all there is to it, except on the last chorus with that set of chords, you're going to repeat it every time for each. There will be an answer, and then you're going to do there will be an answer twice, and then one more progression of that, only it's going to be whisper words of wisdom. So that's the ending part, really. And basically for the chord, or for the solo, that part, actually, I'll teach that in another video, but that's a little taste of it. That's the starting point. The chords are basically the same thing. C, C, G, G, A minor, F, C, C, G, G, F, F, C, and then it repeats again. I think that's all I've got to cover here. Let me look. Okay, verse, chorus. That's all there is to it, is verse and chorus. There's a little intro you can do before that a couple times or once if you want to, and that's the same progression as the verse. It's C, G, A minor, F major 7, F6, C, G, F, C. And then it goes into the verses. So the intro, or the order is verse, chorus, verse, chorus, solo, chorus, verse, and then your last chorus where you repeat a few times. And it's a really cool song. Then once you get that solo in there, it sounds really cool. I will for sure post a video about that one, because that's one of the few of them that I've learned so far, and I'm going to learn other of the important solos that are like this, where it's such a good song and everyone knows it. You can play it and it'll sound really good for you, and people will recognize it almost instantly. So I hope you enjoyed the videos. Again, if you like them, subscribe, comment, like, whatever you want to do. I'm not too picky. If you just watch the video and leave, that's fine too, whatever. I mean, views count too, so it's all good. See you for my next Beatles Week video.